Oh boy.
Yes, they act smart, charting everyone's course. They raise hell and attack art, starting the much-needed divorce. Parting the Goyim shores while they extort our exodus.
Man, it's everywhere. The Satanist, the Jesus, it's like a poison, and it's everywhere. I just can't even fucking deal with it anymore. Like, it's getting really difficult. And it makes it so I was watching a video on Jared Kushner today, and the guy starts talking about God. I was watching, there's lots of those videos where the people, like, they don't create anything, and they just watch other people's videos or clips or whatever, and then they talk about it, and they're like, look at all this scary stuff happening in the world. It's scary. Ooh. And it's just so weird, because it's like, unless you're putting it all together, I don't know, I think there's a lot more people like me out there, but they're so censored, you're never going to see them. Because the people that you're allowed to see, the people that get the big profiles, get the most views and all that shit, they always say the same fucking things. They always push the same dumb nonsense. They push Jesus, they push Satan. It's strange. Oh, what was I watching earlier? The good thing is I can actually pull it up and show you guys, or at least look at what I was watching earlier, and I can talk about it a little better because it's on the other phone. So, the truth they don't want you to know, unreal reality. Check out my full video about a siren. We found a baby siren in Bukalakachu, and the fat black woman is talking about what, and me as a Christian, it's like, it's all there. It's all these people are the same. This is happening in the grocery stores. You got James Lee. You got Rathbone. You got all these people that are pushing the same fucking narratives, and none of them ask the right question. It's really strange. Belief in Satan and all that, it's really dumb. And yet, it's so prominent. And you see this same sort of bullshit in every aspect. And you're the outcast if you don't tell people that Jesus is going to fix everything. Like, Jesus has been just laying dormant for fucking 2,000 years, and suddenly he's just going to show up and be like, all right, I'm going to fix things now. It's like embarrassing. I don't know, man. The whole truther side of things is embarrassing. And then I got my kid asking me today, like, which scientist do you think is the best? And I'm so torn with my kids because I want them to succeed, but I want to talk to them. Especially that they're getting older and they're starting to ask questions and shit. It all seems, I don't know, it's weird. But he brought up Newton. And then he started, listing off accomplishments by Newton. And I'm just thinking, like, I got buildings near me, churches and shit like that are near me that can't be explained. And I'm supposed to believe in this dumbass Newton? seriously, gravity is the dumbest shit. It's as dumb as God. It's as dumb as Jesus. It's as dumb as Satan. And yet, people believe something that can't be shown. It's weird as fuck. Why do you believe it? There's no force pulling everything down towards the center of the earth. That's stupid. And then, again, you're never supposed to ask, but like, which one is gravity again? Does gravity make rocks revolve around each other in space? Or does gravity make things stick to those rocks? I don't know, man. It's all just so fucked up. All of the Palestine stuff, the Iran stuff, all of it. It's just so... The Lebanon, it's so manufactured. And I say this every damn feed. If anybody can tell me what's worse than Mishnah Nada 5:4, I'm all ears. You could say metzitzia is in there too, and then soul correction. But like, all these people are talking about all this crazy shit, and I'm going, hey, you know they rape their own children, right? Like, why aren't we unified in our resistance to that? I don't know, man. It's so confusing to me. And my kid said to me, it seems like we've been made dumber in the last thousands of years. And I said, well, what if it's more like 100? What if it's the last 100 years or so that we've been made really dumb? And the reality is, I'm not supposed to say I'm smarter than you. I'm not supposed to think I'm smarter than you. I'm supposed to think we're all just dumb Goyim on equal playing fields. But that's not the case. If you need Sky Daddy to make you feel better, you're dumb. It's dumb. When we're talking about God and Jesus, the fact that my kid said, well, there's no proof that he does exist or that he doesn't exist. And I said, well, the fact that there's no proof that God exists is proof that it doesn't. Like, what world are we living in when we have this fantasy aspect of things? And it gets to this point where I start to feel like I don't want to keep saying it because I don't want him to repeat it in class and then he gets in trouble. But how do you know you live on a round rock, flying through space? And the reality is, you don't give it enough. You don't sit there and ask yourself, does this narrative make sense? I asked him if he believes in God, and he said no. I don't know. It just feels so weird. We're in this really weird spot where it feels like everything is fake. And maybe they realize that we're waking up to it, and so they're going to these crazy lengths to stop it. But I know that if you talk about Jesus and everything is crazy, but somehow, like, how do you not understand, especially you as a truther, that everything that people talk about as truth, like everything is fake. Oh, They're lying about this. Oh, they're lying about that. Well, why aren't they lying about the number one control scheme? Why would they be telling us the truth about our salvation and all this shit? I think it's fascinating that I can do this live feed like I do, and of course I'm censored to bejesus, but that there's never any like reasonable opposition. Where the fuck is everybody? Where are all you proud Christians out there? Where are all you proud Jews out there? Muslims. You can engage in a comment that isn't completely fluff, and you can handle the objections. Why is that so hard to come across? It makes it really hard for me to support anybody and to engage in any of it. It's just so ridiculous. Why would I trust you when you believe that there's a dude up in the sky who's who can dinkle anything into or out of existence, and Mishnah Nada is real?
I said no. Trump is back on TV trial, but where are the Epstein tapes? Oh yeah, Diddy's gone completely wild, but where are the Epstein tapes? Israel's so
He's talked about it all the time.
But where are the Epstein
Talk about
tapes?
Epstein. You're talking about files.
Where are the Epstein tapes?
And you understand that there's a bunch of files that haven't been given to us.
Where are the Epstein tapes?
Why are you focused on what's been given to us?
But where are the friggin' Epstein tapes?
Doesn't that seem stupid? Like,
Everything.
the stuff that's in the tape or the stuff that's in the files is Robinson. How is that guy still even in jail? Why aren't we as a community revolting and demanding Tyler Robinson's release? There's nothing believable about the Charlie Kirk story. Nothing. From the beginning, Charlie's existence is questionable. He was the notion that Charlie was turning against Israel based on some supposed texts and shit. Like, again, why would you, in public, with his voice, with his person, he only showed support for Israel. Only. He supported genocide. He's just a motherfucker. He was a motherfucker. And then, like I say, you have guys like Kushner. You have the whole Trump narrative. I mean, it's just fucking stupid. We're completely brainwashed. It's fucking nuts. Classes that they're passing with the math they use while bashing the staff they've been asking for the tropes. Believing in Satan? What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, it's just so stupid. The ultimate bad guy that's way more powerful than the good guy. The good guy never does anything to help anyway. And it's just so stupid. It's amazing how we spare the scared with all we strike. But when our splits compared, we see the balls that no one likes. Yet we all spread the sight. Just keep walking from a flight of stairs that's made of clearly cheap materials, complete with the typical your walls right. Our
long defeat ends with our Goyim glory. Trump is back on TV trial. But where are the Epstein tapes? Oh yeah, Diddy's gone completely wild. But where are the Epstein tapes?
It's pretty clear that our entire history is a lie.
Where are the Epstein tapes? They have you chasing
And that
meanwhile,
I was watching an episode of The Jeffersons today. And of course, it's a terrible show that is just so insulting.
Where are the Epstein tapes? They have the Goyim in a state of denial. But where are the friggin' Epstein
It's like you can see it in those old 70s TV shows, the footage that shows they clearly, we didn't build that shit. The vast majority of New York wasn't built by us. And until we can address like how that shit works, it just seems so foolish to have some sort of arrogance. Have that arrogance and believe that, well, no, we've got this figured out. Yeah. In the 1776 and the birth of America and the Revolutionary War and Civil War and all that shit. It's dumb. It's fucking dumb. And I just can't, I don't understand the legitimacy behind it. It's all just so fucked up. Who are these people that are requesting me as friends? Oh. Let's see, what does Julie say? Oh, this year I'm going to give 300 people at one of my real fans some money in step of their house. Her AI sign doesn't even make sense. This year I'm gonna gifted 300 people of my real fans some money in step of their house. Make that make sense. Here's AI. She has a very stereotypical look to her. And of course, she has 5 friends in one post. Oh, let's see. What's strange, Hazel? What are we talking about? I'm so lonely. Are you going to help me out, Hazel? Let's see. Joined 5 months ago, has 14 subscribers. Yeah, I can't see your profile picture. Sorry. It's too small. But it's amazing to me how scammers can infiltrate this shit and then how it works on people. Like, who buys this bullshit? Who thinks, oh, Hazel, she's my friend. Oh, I'm a furry, right? Totally makes sense. What's wrong with you people? Like, I think the majority of people that are furries, it's just an attention grab thing. But, like, I guess if you don't bring anything to the world, you don't create anything, if you don't do anything interesting or important, then you make yourself a spectacle. At least then you're still getting attention. And I saw it one day. We went to this fair, and there were these two 14, 15-year-old girls, I guess. And they were cute, you know, but they were dressed as clowns. They were the clown people. And people kept walking up and asking to take pictures with them and shit. Why would you want to take your picture unless you're going to be like, look at this dumbass I saw at the fair? But you saw the girls, like, super into the fact that they were getting this attention. You know? It's just weird. This whole thing is just really fucking weird. You know, I'm extremely proud of everything I do. I'm gonna die if I don't smoke. You're gonna die too. Everybody's gonna die. Oh, wow. Yes, oh, wow, indeed. You know, I'm so proud to say things that I'm not supposed to say when they're the right things. Not just saying things that are shocking for shock value's sake. Not dressing up like I'm an animal. Like, if you're a furry, right? You don't want to be treated like an animal, right? Like, I don't converse with animals. I don't fucking let animals sit on the couch. You wouldn't be allowed to use the bathroom. You would have to use the litter box. Like, you don't want that. But you want the attention. This whole thing is just crazy. Hey, you didn't learn your lesson yesterday? With your blister feet? Syrians. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm so tired of fake bullshit. And I guess, you know, you're going to get furries and all kinds of other fake characters when you hide reality from people. We all know this reality we're given is fucked. You know, you don't look at old paintings and shit and go, well, that makes sense. Yeah, I can totally see how somebody back in 1600 built that giant church. It's still there today. But it's crazy because each and every fucking truther, every Tartaria, every luminary lighthouse, anybody that falls into that category, they're questioning the history that's given, acknowledging that clearly we were way more advanced than we are today, and yet somehow they still believe in God. Yeah, born in the sure. So then you're just some dumbass who what? Wants attention? I don't get it. You wear a tail. You have your little goofy ears and shit. What's that for? Yeah. It's not cute at all. It's disturbing. It's fucking weird and disturbing. Again, you bring so little to the world that you have to, create another persona. That's fucking strange. Oh, it's who you are. It's pretty sad. It's pretty fucking sad. I'd be willing to bet you have some fucked up shit in your childhood. Oops! Do I do this for my own personal shit, or do I do that so I get attention from people? And I again, if you were to converse with me, I would talk about things and I would bring something to the table, right? Yes, for me, I'm like, hey, everybody, look at me smoking. Is that what it is? I don't have a fake persona. That's not me. You have a fake persona. It's really weird. It's not you. Of course it's for attention. It's one of the first things you mentioned when you were here. You came in and said, hey, look at me. Do you see my profile picture? Look, I'm a furry. It's for attention. You don't say, hey, let me blow your mind with some impressive facts. Let me talk to you about something. Let me argue a point you're making. No, you're like, hey, look at me. Look at my profile picture. Look, I'm silly. You're proud of your fake personality. That's good. What are you proud of? What did you accomplish? What's the accomplishment that you're proud of? That reality is so screwed up to you that you have to have a psychotic break and create a different personality? What do you know about Mishnah Nada? What do you know about metzitzia? What are you doing to try to expose those things and stop those things? Seems like it's just a really selfish sort of, attention grab that does nothing, doesn't benefit anything or anyone. Okay, spot bullying people. What? What are you even talking about? I don't even believe in God. Okay, so again, you keep talking about you. What are you doing for other people? What are you doing to protect the world? It makes you happy to have a psychotic break. It's kind of what crazy is. Right? Sounds like you're crazy. It makes you wonder what facilitates it, what creates it. What kind of abuse did you endure? You help your friend with her mental stuff? That sounds terrifying. Terrifying. You have no business helping anyone else with their mental stuff when you clearly have lost your mind. This is what they do, man. It's a waste of a conversation, really. But it's interesting to see it and have it, you know. Okay, you try. I don't even know what you're talking about. Now you're just sort of getting weird. But clearly you don't know about what I'm talking about. Mishnah, Nada, metzitzia, soul correction, shit like that. It doesn't involve you, so, you know, you don't care. Sad, man. Sad. I help my friend with her mental stuff. I don't care, but I don't believe in that stuff. Again, see how selfish you are? See what I mean? It's all about you. You don't care about other people. And what you don't realize is that by not caring about other people, you end up affecting yourself. The only way any of us can ever be truly happy, healthy, and safe is if everybody is happy, healthy, and safe. You know, we have to stop poking people with shots that create this kind of bullshit. You know, you didn't hear about furries growing up. You didn't hear about furries in history. It's something that's new, something that's being done to people. What are they injecting us with? What signals are they hitting us with that make these fucking morons do this? You're bullying a minor. Well, I hope, you know, bullying and shame aren't bad things. If you're big boy enough to get out there on social media and then draw attention to yourself, you're big boy enough to deal with the repercussions. And to bull into thinking that everybody should just think the way you do and accept your delusions, that's bullying as well. I mean, you're not even making any sense anymore. Now you're just fucking rambling off bullshit. It's just what it is. As a minor, supposedly, you're the future. What's up, buddy? Sure. What's in your treat? Ice on your stomach, huh? Have you pooped yet?
That's actually not good for him to do. You done?
The fuck? Oh, you know what? You are mean and rude, and I was gonna be nice, then you called me delusional, because you're delusional. You're a nutcase. I'm a furry. You're a nutcase. Won't miss you. I'm recording. Record all day. What do you think? I'm worried about some dumb furry? Some dumb furry that can't handle objection, can't handle rejection. But bullying and shame are how things change. You know? It's why you have such a fucking crazy group of people growing up now. You're fucking nuts. And you weren't allowed to be bullied out of it. You know, you weren't allowed to have society be like, hey, that's fucking crazy. You know, you don't need attention that bad. Do something to get attention. Write a song. Create art. You know, be political. Do something to actually warrant attention. Yeah, you were bullied into it. So embarrassing, man. It's just embarrassing. I'm all for my kids being gay, being trans, being like a person. But as soon as they start trying to pull off some furry bullshit, put a stop to it. No, you're not allowed to do that. But my kids were raised with respect and love, and don't need to go that route for attention. And this selfishness that we're dealing with, right? This weird selfishness where it's all about you. All about you. It's low level selfishness. True selfishness makes the world a better place. That's I can't be happy, healthy, safe unless everybody else is. Shit. But this level of selfishness where it's like I'm supposed to pretend like you're normal. Why would I pretend like you're normal? You're a fucking weirdo. And your fucking fucked up parents clearly didn't do a good job. It's embarrassing. Your parents didn't encourage you to do the right things and just be who you are. Not everything you do is pretty. I'm not going to tell you no, sweetheart. What kind of crazy shit is that? And really, it's like, why do so many women get really, really fat, right? It's because something happened to them and they were trying to make themselves less attractive. So that people don't do it again. Oh, you're going to leave. Yeah. You've crossed the line. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's that. Like, I know you couldn't pick anything apart of me that is going to make me that upset. I'm going to leave because my parents love me. I bet you they're embarrassed as fuck by you. I bet you your parents are so embarrassed by you, especially if you really are a furry and all this other dumb shit. Like, it's embarrassing. Walking somewhere and everybody's looking like, look at that dumbass. Look over there. Hey, look. Dumbass has a tail. But it's like the teen takeovers, right? You have to look at what is happening to these people you know, like I say, the teen takeovers are the most American thing teenagers could do. But you don't want to talk about that because, you know, that would lead too far. I really think the teen takeovers are the same thing as Lagbo, Amir, bonfire killings. You know, these monsters throwing puppies and kittens into fires, into bonfires. Oh, but this is stupid. At one point, this feed jumped up to 11 viewers, 15 viewers, and then just boom, just goes. And this is what happens every time now, because basically what you can see happening is the feed is allowed to proliferate like a normal feed until they realize it's me and they cut it off. And suddenly, you know, I mean, how do you go from 15 people to nothing and then nothing? You know, it's all really obvious, and I don't know. I'm struggling with it at this point. You know, there's like when it comes to Israel, right? You hear people like Bezalel Smotrich and Itamar Ben-Gvir talking openly about killing everyone in Lebanon. That there's no difference between Hezbollah and the Lebanese. And I always say, you know, it's not Israel, it's the Friar. There's no difference between friars and Israel. But you're not allowed to make that generalization. I mean, it comes down to, like, when it comes to everything I believe, I can provide you with a shit ton of evidence to back it up. And the evidence that I'm providing you is the narration that we're supposed to have. It doesn't necessarily mean it's like the 100% truth, but like everything I can say about Israel and the Jewish people, I can then back up with countless videos. You know, you look into the history, you look at the narrative that we're given, that they want us to have, and it all just validates where I'm coming from. You know, everything I have to say about how disgusting and psychopathic and pedophilic they are, you know, it exists, and it exists pretty openly, and yet, you know, if I ask the average person if they know about it, they don't even know about it. Let alone have some sort of, you know, negative opinion, and how do we fix it? Or if you do bring it up, they'll give you some sort of excuse or some bullshit as to why, oh, you can't say that, oh, you can't do this, or what the fuck are you talking about? Literally everything Jewish, everything Israeli that I've said in the last 10, 15 years is now extremely true. Like, there's just nothing that works that way. But then when it comes down to like America, Christianity, the Jews' perspective on themselves, there's nothing to back that up. Look at your Michael Rappaports. Look at you, Jerry Seinfeld. Your Scott Wieners. Look at these fucking monsters. They don't seem like good guys. When you hear them talk, they don't sound like good guys. And they just can't validate any of it. Howard Nutlick. How is Howard Nutlick? Like, when you have the Howard Nutlick thing, and then you have Jared Kushner, and you have this overwhelmingly Jewish control scheme controlling our government, advising the president when they have no, like Jared Kushner should not be in the position he's in. Why is he a negotiator for the United States? He's not an elected official. He's not anything like, he's a rich Jewish kid who was given everything and who doesn't come across as like super intelligent or anything like that. And then you hear these narratives about the bribe money that's going around. And it's just so weird. And this to the point where instead of allowing my feed to exist and then letting society do what it does, bully or shame me into submission, they have to shut my shit off. They have to do this kind of shit. When I finish, it'll say I had 0 viewers. How? You guys, if you're here, you can see there's a bunch of comments. How was there 0 viewers? Fuck it. Maybe I'll do a reset and give it another chance, but it seems pointless. It really does seem pointless anymore. Maybe the 2 weeks off will make my feed explode. Who knows? You have yourselves a good day. You pedophiles, kill yourself.